Good evening from the Arizona desert. My name is Tom, and I'm out here in Phoenix, Arizona, and this is the nightly DoorDash numbers from the desert. Today, being Monday, we finished with 378.52 to start the week, just barely over the 360 minimum. There was a lot of cat and mouse games being played with DoorDash today. Earlier in the day, they tried to send me an add-on for a merchant that's outside of my zone while I was trying to deliver something out of the zone, but I do not support merchants that are outside of my zone. I have no desire to pick up at merchants. I will drop stuff off at the residential locations outside of my zone, but I have no desire to go to any of the merchants. So I had to deploy a pause strategy in order to prevent DoorDash from sending me orders as I'm going into other zones. So just a lot of cat and mouse. Also around dinner time, DoorDash is notorious when the sun's setting to position you to try and give you an offer that's going to be going in rush hour traffic into the setting sun, and I have no desire to do that. So I found a little location that's outside of the freeway area so that they cannot tap me for that, and I just took orders, and then I paused my dash and beelined it back to my little honey hole. And so just a lot of cat and mouse games with DoorDash. DoorDash plays games with me because of my expertise out here in the market, because of how many hours I put in. I see the little games that they're playing, and I have no desire to play their games. As a matter of fact, I play games with them. So, tit for tat. You want to do it to me, guess what? Two can play at that game. And that's what I did today. So, probably could have made a little bit more, but I also, I think, made a mistake on a couple of orders because I thought some roads were still closed for the waste management open, and they tried to send me through that little corridor twice right next to the golf course, and not knowing whether or not the road was closed, I declined some slightly higher paying offers just because I did not want to have to take a massive detour, and I thought that they were undervalued. But later on, I drove by that spot, and it looked like those roads were open. So my blunder, my mistake. I will check it out again tomorrow to make sure that those roads are still open and that they're not closed. And hopefully we'll have a little bit better day tomorrow. So we did, like I said, 378.52, 41 out of 56 deliveries. So let's go take a look at what our standings are. Oh, let's see. Leave feedback about your last dash in under 1 minute. Sure, let's do that. How satisfied are you with your access to dashing, including Dash Now and scheduling? Oh, I'm happy with that. Very satisfied. Can you tell us more about why you chose that answer? Platinum Dasher. No, we can't do that. Alright, we'll do it this way. As a Platinum Dasher. Never been declined. For a scheduled shift. No matter what time of day. Oops. Alright, so you're getting to see this in real time. Go ahead and submit that. 2 of 2. Okay, we're done. We're not going to start dashing. We're going to go on over here. We're going to look at our ratings and our overall ratings. 79% acceptance rate. I've had a lot of game playing with DoorDash today. A lot of trash offers. And I don't know if it's people used up all their funds for the Super Bowl weekend and for waste management, the waste management open, but there were lots of trash orders today. So this should be proof, in a sense, that I do not take trash offers. I do not accept everything. Usually, DoorDash does a really good job of giving me offers that are $15 or above, but there was a lot of stacked offers for like $7, going 7 miles, and it's like, no, I would not have taken one of those at $3.50 going 7 miles. I told you my minimum is $3.50 for less than 4 miles. That's a decline. I don't do $2 offers. I just was offered a lot of trash today, and the answer is no, DoorDash. I'm not going to do those. I'm in the business to make a profit, and I'm not going to be running a bunch of lowball offers. So 79, 100 completion, 100 on time, 5.0 customer rating, 1086 the last 30 days, and 47,990. So tomorrow we should reach that mini goal of 48,000, and then from that point it should be about 50 days for us to reach another little milestone in my DoorDash history of 50,000 deliveries. So let's go bank those earnings, because I do not want DoorDash to have that. So they still haven't fixed the earnings. Again, very irritating. Going to go out to cash out fast pay, $378.52 minus the $1.99. That's $376.53. Bam, in my account. Sorry, DoorDash. Again, you do not get my funds. So with that, hopefully you had a good day. Hopefully you've learned how to either play games with DoorDash or learned how to counter any of their little maneuvers that they like to play, their little psychological games, their little tests, if you will, to see if your behavior has changed. No, my behavior hasn't changed, so let's get back to moving product tomorrow and stop playing the games with me. And hopefully you made it home safe. Hopefully you're there with your loved ones. Hopefully you made bank today. Hopefully your Seattle Seahawks were victorious in the Super Bowl. So I'm tired right now. I'm at the outskirts of my zone, as you can see. I'm way out there. So I'm going to be talking with my wife and letting her know that I'm going to pull over and take a little nap, just because I do not want to drive 20 miles to get home being tired. So I'm going to take a little rest, rejuvenate myself, and start heading home. So with that, you have a great night, and we will talk to you tomorrow.